Good. So, I think that stream is good. Everything's sorted out. That's good. Hey all, welcome to ShareTreck. This is Raj here. Friends, good morning. Today we have a very interesting setup. I think global stocks dipped in early trading with investors locking in profits after a rally fueled by tech earnings. Wall Street notched new Nasdaq and S&P 500 records earlier in the week, but pre-market moves today signal a much more cautious tone, as you can see in the index futures out here. US stock futures were flat to negative. You can see S&P futures at around 0.09 positive and Nasdaq futures at around minus 0.02 positive. So these are not screaming bullish or bearish. They are kind of neutral. We'll have to see how things go. And one of the aspects that I am watching closely is the 10-year and the long-term bond yields. I'll talk about that when we do our trading view platform. European indices, meanwhile, are declining after opening mostly higher earlier, with the DAX and Euro Stocks 50 in the red, and only the FTSE 100 showing mild gains. So Europe is also cautious right now. And in terms of major headlines, I would say that in the tech sector, the momentum has kind of paused. After the Alphabet or Google results and other AI stocks pushed the Wall Street to records on Thursday, it seems that profit taking is now evident as global equities starts pulling back. Tesla slumped 8% following its earnings, while ServiceNow rose over 4% on a strong beat, and IBM and Chipotle tumbled post results. So you can also see the IBM news where they say there is, I don't have it in here, but we had seen a news about IBM before. I'll have to look at the window. Unfortunately, I don't have it to discuss right now. So I'll go on to the next topic, which is earnings season, which is continuing. A variety of notable S&P 500 companies are reporting this morning and after the bell, but no Mag 7 tech giants are giving their results today. So that's our area of focus. And yesterday's focus was Alphabet result, which was robust. ServiceNow was also good. but Tesla's miss. And today we are looking at the second tier S&P 500 reports. I don't think it's going to make much of a difference. And President Trump's latest push on the Federal Reserve to accelerate rate cuts is stirring up debate. And Fed Chair Rogers stated the push is unwise, citing inflation concerns while markets are reevaluating the odds of a near-term reduction. And some analysts believe that the rate policy could be aimed at revitalizing US real estate and government financing sectors. Now, from that point of view, I also think that in Canada, they may need a rate cut because the housing sector is going very bad, and the housing sector, which is weak, would make the GDP for Canada to go into recession, because there's a lot of value built into Canadian real estate and the home renovation and the construction products, the entire downstream and upstream activities. So I support that. But again, if you reduce the interest rates, then it's only going to fuel inflation on top of the tariff effects. So we have to see what the Fed will do. Oil markets are steady, and global business travel is recovering, and it is set to hit 1.5 trillion in 2025, up around 6.6%. But the pace of growth is slowing after prior double-digit rebounds. And in the pre-market movers, I think Tesla is notable, and Google is notable. A macro sector outlook is that traders are bracing for next week's major Fed and Bank of Japan decisions, with the US dollar steady but on track for a weekly drop. US Treasury yields are modestly higher at 4.43%. I'll talk about this separately in the TradingView platform. US durable good orders and jobless claims are due today and could influence the direction of into the open. And let me go and have a look at that economic calendar. I think economic calendar, trading economics, economic calendar. Okay, here we are. This is the economic calendar I was looking for, and I hope you're able to see this here. So durable goods month over month is going to come up, and that's what we are looking for today. And I think that will have a light bit of information for us with regard to how the inventories are standing. And what else do we have in the macro sector? President Trump's European trip and central bank will remain key pressure points. Trump is going to Scotland, and I think he's got some business out there. Last time also he went to Scotland during the Stormy Daniels thing. So let us see what's happening out here, because the DOJ has met with Ghislaine Maxwell yesterday, and they are going to meet again today. And there were rumors that she was carrying a box of evidence with her after the meeting. So we'll have to see what comes out there. And Trump getting away from the US at that point of time, is there some significance to read into it? And will it have an impact on the market? I don't know. But that's what it seems like out there. Now, let's go on to have a look at the actual indices themselves and the futures. And let us do a very quick roundup of what's happening out here. I'm just changing and recalibrating the stocks to the one-day time frame. And as you can see, this diagonal line of resistance continues to hold us back. We have tails out here, but I wouldn't call them topping tails, because topping tails need a long tail and a heavy body at the bottom. That has not happened. So I would consider this to be a resistance which is actually pushing it down. For today, the resistance is going to be 6,427. We are at 6,406 in the S&P 500 futures. The bearish divergence still continues. NASDAQ is again being held below the topping tail that we have had. As I said, the topping tail has to have a long tail and a bigger body. This one out here, this candle, green candle, seems to be looking like a topping tail. But I have drawn this this horizontal line of resistance which connects all these tops, and we are yet to break through it since the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. The entire week we have not been able to break above it. So let us see what happens later on today. If we are able to go above this horizontal line of resistance of 23,426, I would say all the topping tail concerns will be wiped out. And Right now, we are at 23,377.25. So I would say I'm cautious about the market. It's very delicately placed to break down. And looking at dollar index, it's up 0.23%, which means the yields are also up. I want to bring your attention to this 10-year yield. Now, this is the right shoulder, this is the head, and this is the left shoulder, head, and the right shoulder yet to form. Now, I have drawn this diagonal line, which is a neckline, which connects the peaks on these two sides, on the two sides of the head. And if we cross this, this will be the trigger to invoke the reverse head and shoulders, which would be a bullish pattern, and it would take us to a new target. I think that new target would look like somewhere like, if I was to drag this out and put it out here, this is where I'll see the new target coming up, which will be very close to where we have a resistance before, and it's going to be around 4.8%. So that's in the cards, that's forming. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but we are moving in that direction. I have not yet put the shoulder out here. I'll do that when things start manifesting. But for now, this is what it looks like. Now let's go on and have a look at the indices themselves. We go to the indicator. S&P 500 is going to still be above this diagonal line of support, and the support for today is going to be 6,333.43, and Nasdaq also still continues to have the divergence, and it has a resistance which is going to be today at around 23,264.83, and if we break above this and if we open above this, then this will become a support, and our resistance will end up being 23,485. And we have the VIX, which is moderated even further. The volatility is going down, so things are looking placid out here. Gold is down 0.80% with the dollar strength. You can see gold prices going down. Yesterday, I attempted to buy gold at a price which I didn't get. So I'm going to attempt to buy gold again today because it can bounce after that it touches the support out here the way it has done on the past. It's not yet being forced to make a decision, and the forcing will come up in the intersection of these two lines, the red line and the green line, which is way out further. So I'm looking at buying some gold today. It will be ZGLD on the Canadian side. Then we have QQQ, which is flat in pre-market trading. It shows you the indecision that the market is facing. And as far as put-call ratio is concerned, it's becoming more and more neutral. It's at 0.89. And I would like to take you to the AI charts. We look at NVDA. NVDA is down 0.30%, but it will still get a support today at around 172.09. Meta is up 0.21%. It has already broken out from here. And I think the support for today is going to be 711.68. That's the support for today. Next, we look at Google. Google is up 0.36% today. Yesterday, it opened much higher, and then it came down post the earnings. It broke down below this line of support at 193.73. And pre-market, we are at 193.89. So this continues to be a support. And the resistance, I think, is going to be somewhere around 198.95. Having said that, let's look at Amazon. Amazon is up 0.34%, and we have the earnings coming up on the 31st, and Amazon is doing pretty well so far. And we had a price target for Amazon somewhere around 258.32. And for today, I think the support is going to be somewhere around, I would say, 227.59. Right now, we are at 233.00 in the pre-market action. We have Apple also up 0.27% in pre-market trades. Microsoft is up 0.37% in pre-market trades. And our resistance for today is 514.75. Right now, we are at 512.77. Tesla is up 0.80% in pre-market trade. After the fall, I think we have a little more to give up on Tesla. I think we have to confirm about the support of 298.40. We are very close to that. I think this gap up is what a bullish person would look for, and look for the price to go up and fill it up so that the resistance is 329.42. A bearish person would say that it's time for us to take out 298.40 because the results were not great and we still don't have any proof of the Optimus Prime or even the robotaxi is in the very infant stage. Of course, there has been application to expand the areas, but right now I think there is a little bit of human intervention in those robotaxis. Until that goes away, I think scaling would be an issue that will be a little suspect in my opinion. If you guys have an opinion, please put that in the comment section in this regard. And Oracle continues to move up marginally. We had a bullish pennant out here, and I think we are trying to break out of the pennant. Now we have AMD, which is up 1.28. It's very interesting when you look at NVDA, which is down 0.35. And then we look at KMD, which is up 1.22% in pre-market trades. The news is that AMD is increasing its market share in personal computers and servers, while Intel faces cash issues and chip delays, leading to the expected underperformance for Intel. So it seems that in the three-dog fight, NVIDIA is on the top and AMD is now cannibalizing from Intel. And that's why AMD is doing good today in the pre-market session. So that's very interesting. Now let's look at SMCI. SMCI is down 0.65% in pre-market trades. It will get support at 50.24. Broadcom is up 0.10%, but it has a resistance, which is going to be at 291.12. And we have Palantir, which is down 0.14%. We still have a price target out here for 160.57. I am looking at this as a bull flag, and the bull flag has got a longer way to go. So Palantir looks definitely attractive today. SMH is down 0.52%, and Tempus AI is down 0.38%. It is riding this diagonal line of support. Would have done this green because it's acting as a support. And for today, the support for Tempus AI is going to be 62.47. That said, I want to move on to look at Genomics. And in Genomics, Prime is up 0.69%. We had a topping tail out here, but since then it has been cancelled. And we have a support which has now become a resistance out here. And for today, the resistance is going to be 4.54. And the support, in my opinion, will be in the range of 3.85. Next, let's look at Intelia. Intelia is up 0.55% in pre-market trades. We had a huge drop the day before, so it could be a dead cat bounce happening at this point of time. And we have Caribou Biosciences, which is flat in pre-market trades. Beam Therapeutics is flat in pre-market trades. Altimmune is flat in pre-market trades. Verve has got no trades in the pre-market session. Editas is down 0.31% in pre-market trades, and it has got a support at 3.19. Illumina is up 0.31% with a support at 103.06. CRISPR Therapeutics is down 0.65%. It still has a support today at 59.68. And we have Allogene, which is up 1.99%. So, and it's going to have a support today at 1.33, and the resistance today, I think the resistance is going to be at 1.66, where it had dropped down in the last 2 days. And I look at grain, which is up 0.70%. It has got a resistance at 45.50. PSCB has a gain of 0.65% in pre-market trades, but I think our resistance is going to be at 1.70 today, and the support is going to be 1.44. And I'm looking at Vertex, which has got no trades pre-market. Ginkgo Bioworks is down 0.34% in pre-market trades. It will get a support at around 13.30. Right now we are at 14.85. And Unicure is up 1.31% in our pre-market trades, and it's going to have a resistance at around 16.81. That's going to be the resistance. And then I have IMTX, which is got no trades pre-market. Precision is down 1.25% in pre-market trades, still riding this diagonal line of support. And the diagonal line of support today is at 1.51. And of course, after that, I would look at Iovance, which has had a huge gain, 3 green candles, but down yesterday. It opened up higher, but fell down. And today it's up 3.04%, and it has a potential of forming a red candle to cover the gap up that we had out here. So that's what I'm looking at for Ivan's. With that said, I think I'm done with what we have for today. And unless you have any questions or something, I'm going to wind up this session, have my breakfast, and get ready for the training day.